My name is Craig McDaniel. This is Unethical Behavior of Educators uh, for Jacksonville State University and IL 4564, Law and Ethics with Dr. Kaiser. An introduction for this presentation is there are three hot issues of unethical behavior of students that we talked about. Number one is inappropriate sexual behavior with students. Number two is social networking with students. And number three is cheating of educators with state assessments. These issues don't only endanger the integrity of the educational system, but they also have implications as well as being for the well-being on academic progress of our students. As educators, we not only serve as guardians of knowledge, but we are also entrusted with the responsibility to shape the minds and futures of these students. Let's go over number one, which is sexual misconduct with students. I found two articles of literature on sexual misconduct with students, a little bit different, but interesting to say the least. In the first one, the authors investigated the heightened awareness of sexual misconduct by teachers, mainly because it's been enhanced by media coverage of high-profile cases. They explored the variations in statutory provisions across many states. This shedded light on very diverse legal frameworks that define child sexual assault, the age of consent, and the different penalties and different forms of teacher misconduct. They found that in many states, the laws are different, and they suggested that with these legal difficulties, the article they aim to offer a more comprehensive understanding of the legislative landscape surrounding educator sexual misconduct. The other sexual misconduct article that I found, they came up with 7 standards to help prevent sexual misconduct by educators. This is a more of a preventative measure, so to speak. They came up with 7 standards for mitigating the risk of sexual misconduct of teachers. Number one was emphasizing safe screening and hiring practices. Establishing a code of conduct, ensuring safe environments, implementing clear staff-student communication policies, training for staff, parents, and students, monitoring and supervision policies, and then providing a culture that encourages reporting or concerns by fellow teachers, by parents, by fellow students. With social networking, the interaction of educators and students and the social networking, the authors here, they delved into the complicated landscape of educators' interactions with students on social media platforms. They explored the implications of unethical conduct within the academic environment. They didn't only just address the importance of upholding confidentiality in academic settings, but also serves as critical resources for educators, administrators, policymakers, stakeholders into seeking clear guidelines for social networking between teacher and student. And, this is an ongoing problem today. There can be some good with social networking, but there's also a lot of negative interactions between teacher and student. And for me, this is just me, not the authors, but just for me, I've always been told, and I've always told people, you know, if you're on Facebook, Twitter, TikTok, don't follow your students, and your students don't follow you. So that's the safe way to do it, but that's just me. For educators cheating on state assessment, the authors here provided an examination of educators cheating on state assessment by applying uh, theoretical typology that recognizes various forms of rule breaking in these organizations. Their findings suggested that it's more complicated, where the cheating scandals often emerge due to decisions made at higher levels of the educational bureaucracy, uh, influencing school and district leaders to implement strategies that encourage coordinated cheating efforts among lower level educators. A lot of the cheating did come from the novice teacher. However, from above them, it came with the pressure and the strategies that encourage that. Um, their perspective challenged that it's more so that it's not just bad apples that focuses on the individual teachers, but it also highlighted the systematic. Um, it's more of a systematic, standardized test cheating with systematic institutions. In conclusion, with sexual misconduct, it unveiled that it's more complicated with the legal frameworks because of the different laws in each state. Um, they emphasize the need of refining understanding of policies and responses to uh, those policies. They want more of a uniform policy between all states. And